Hi, everyone. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, my audio sounds pretty good. Based upon my phone, I just wanted to do this video for a lot of reasons. And I just want to say thank you all for the support. And God, there's so many things I want to say. I haven't gone live in a very, very long time. And I am truly flattered and honored to be on YouTube with you all. It's really kind of like an outer body experience at this point. For me, it feels like something out of a movie. To be honest with you, at this point, this year has been insane. Literally insane. And I just wanted to say a couple things because, well, not a couple, but a lot of things. Because I think it's important. I think we're living in a really, really crazy time. And I just trimmed the mic because I wanted to make sure y'all can hear me. Yeah. I have so much to say. I don't even know where to begin, y'all. But before jumping into what I want to say in this video, which is going to be a rare video because I don't plan on doing this routinely or all the time. Not at all. Okay. I like, privacy. I like just living life like a regular human being. Just living life like a regular, all the things that social media has done to people and to the world, I really don't care for. To be very honest, I think that wow, I think this year is going to really reveal a lot to us all. So before I get into the topics I want to discuss on this video, I want to say thank you all for the support. It's an absolute honor, like I said, the very, very beginning, to still upload for you all, to have private clients as well. When I do offer services is, I think, a blessing. It's an honor. It's magical, really, to share my gift with so many people. It's kind of mind-blowing, to be honest with you. And I'm not really sure if I'll ever get used to this, because I am such a private person. Like, I never thought, like, in a million years that we would be in an era and in a year where there's so many celebrities dying and there's so many crazy headline stories, like not just the pandemic, right? But there's so much going on in the world. And the fact that we are able to track every day and share our experiences is just mind-blowing to me. And I know that I've been on my channel with you all for quite some time, but to be honest with you, like, I had a moment, like, real talk. I had a moment, like, I couldn't sleep. I mean, I could sleep, but I couldn't really sleep because, first of all, I had so much energy, and I do have private readings to get back to a good amount of people. So, if you're watching and, I have to give you a reading, don't worry. I actually got up early to do that. So after this video, I'm emailing people back. I know it's six something. It's 6:48 a.m. But when I officially got up, it was 6 o'clock a.m. and I was getting back to private emails for private readings. So I'm very busy. Like I tell you guys, I'm busy. So, time is very, very precious, and you have to just schedule yourself, it's not easy. Um, so yeah, like I'm very grateful and I'm very humbled, and thank you. Whatever kind of video it is, from love to self-improvement, any category, it's an honor, really. That's really all I could say on that. So digging into what I want to talk about on this video, I'm going to be just basically saying a whole bunch of things, to be honest with you. Like, because to be honest with you guys, I don't think that for the rest of the year, I want to make another video like this, for so many reasons. Um, Reason number one is because this world is crazy. People are crazy. Like, the things I've seen, the things that have happened, not only to me, but other people this year, is, I think, insane. And when I say to me, I mean like personally, like epiphanies I've had, like experiences things I've had to go through that I never thought I would ever, really have to deal with. But it made me stronger, and whatever you go through, it makes you stronger. The sad reality is, whatever you go through that's hard in life, it does make you stronger. And it's not always the best feeling, but that's what it's there for. These experiences that people have are there to make you, stronger, wiser, sharper, and I've realized that, and so I just think that, I mean, we're in September now, I'm recording this video on September 6th on a Sunday, 2020. And I think that the rest of the year is going to be crazy. I'm going to be honest. I think that the rest of the year is going to be like something out of a movie. I really feel that, and I just, excuse me, guys. I felt that sneeze was coming. Excuse me. I was actually caught in the rain last week. I've just been recovering, actually. So I've been lucky. It's not been as bad as it was before. But no, like, I think that the rest of the year is going to be crazy. And at this point, like, nothing would surprise me. I mean, literally nothing would surprise me. Any news station, any blogger, any person on Twitter, Facebook, doesn't matter. Anybody could tweet out on a timeline right now, there's aliens in the sky, and I would believe it. I mean, literally, I would go outside and look, because this year is so insane. And so many abnormal things are happening rapidly, and there's no stopping it. I mean, whatever needs to be revealed to us all in 2020 is going to be revealed. Who's really there for you, who's not, what's important and what's not, all types of things. All types of things are going to come to the surface for the remainder of this year, and are going to be out for all of us to see. And there's going to be discoveries and information and so many things that happen that are just going to blow us away. So I think, I mean, me personally, I'm shocked. I'm just really shocked that, we're still in quarantine. We're still having to change our whole lives because of something that supposedly happens, in China. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is on the other side of the world. And, in Europe and, different, countries, like different places, some are on lockdown still, others are not. And that's crazy to me. I just can't believe that majority of schools are not open. Um, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, food shortages and farms being polluted. There's a lot of scandal going on. And I've been telling you all for a while, like, you have to prepare yourself. You have to be your star player. You have to protect yourself, protect your energy. You have to be careful what you say, be careful what thoughts you think, be careful who you fall in love with. Um, it's serious out here. Like make no mistake about it. Like, it's grimy. Okay? It's grimy out here. And on the other side of that, and all the trauma that people have been going through and the loss, and not just job loss, but just all types of things, people passing away, makeups, breakups, virtual weddings, every part of how we live has changed. And twin flames, that brings me to the whole 2020 twin flame prediction that people were saying. I really want to talk about twin flames in this video. I really do, believe me, but I just want to think before I speak, because what I've learned is that words are powerful and energy doesn't lie. Energy does not lie. And the things that I have, like I said, experienced and seen, proves that statement. It proves it every single time. So no matter what you're going through, if you feel some kind of way, if you feel like something's wrong or something is good for you, listen to your intuition. You see what I'm saying? Listen to your intuition, because that's what I do. Not only when I upload for you all, but in my own life, like day to day, you have to, like I said, be your own star player. And no matter what, the secret forces that be, or the secret power that be, no matter what they try to do to stop people from awakening and finding the truth, you have to find that truth within yourself. You have to do the research for yourself. And a lot of people, as we all have, I'm sure have experienced, are not aware. They're not aware of what's to come. They're not aware of the warfare, the spiritual warfare, the battles, I mean, that's a whole different video. Really. and I don't have a time limit. I don't have a time limit for this video, but I want to be like over an hour because that's too long. I have to use my voice to obviously, help you all and help privately. So I can't, and help myself. Hello, talking to people in my own life, I can't lose my voice. So I have to be careful as well on that. But people have no idea what's really going on. And for me, it's mind-blowing because if I did not meet my twin and awaken and continue to further gain information and clarity and insight into certain things, where would I be? What would I be doing with my life? It's a profound thought. And I feel like other people who have found, a soulmate or a twin flame, or have just simply asked really tough questions, this is your year. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your year. If you are a thinker, if you are somebody who is a truth seeker like myself, this is your year, because 2020 is just serving facts on a platter. Like, 2020 is just pushing it in our face at this point. And so for people who don't want to accept the grimy and dark and difficult things of life and people and situations, are going to have a hard time. You have to be ready for anything. You have to be prepared for anything, because anything can happen at this point. Literally anything. I mean, at this point, they could say tomorrow, we're shutting down Twitter, we're shutting down YouTube, we're shutting the whole, certain platforms down. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you have the necessary tools and inner navigation system and intuition and plan to survive? How many people have that? So I look at this on a deep level. And when I told you all that I'm going to be talking about everything, I really meant everything. I really did. Because this is the best way for me to communicate with you all. And this is one of the best ways that people can connect with other people and get certain messages across. So, twin flames, this is a big part of it. This is a big part of the shift. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake. The spiritual warfare is real. The spiritual warfare is heavy. The spiritual warfare has been going on from the beginning of time. Okay, so this year is just taking up 20 notches. From what I can see and what I feel, it's a battle. It's a war zone out here. And as human beings, it's very complicated, because one part of you is saying, save money, focus on, 3D things. And then the other part of you is saying, research this and research that. And then the other part of you is saying, oh, I need to focus on my love life. And then the other part of you is saying, what about my future? What about tomorrow? What's going to happen tomorrow? And as humans, it's like our wheels are constantly spinning. We never even get a chance to just slow down and take everything in. And so a part of making the most out of 2020 is taking care of ourselves. Whatever that means for you, it's literally about taking care of yourself. In every way that promotes health, promotes purity of heart, and makes you feel happy. Because nobody knows what's next. I mean, yeah, sure, people can predict things and, say all types of stuff, but I mean, this year is no guarantee. And I would love to talk about twin flames. I really want to go into some serious topics in this video. So whether you're watching live or a replay, if you're not ready for that, this video probably ain't for you, because I'm going to be saying a lot of things that, are important. And like I told you on the beginning of the video, I'm not going to be making these videos all month long. I'm not, because you got to protect your energy. You see what I'm saying? So, this is kind of just like my recap of the year. Even though it's September, like for me, this video is going to be a recap of what I feel for the future and what I feel now, what we've already gone through, all of us, still being alive during this very difficult time, and going into some different topics, some secular, some spiritual, some controversial. I'm going to be just covering the whole 9 yards in this video for what I want to say for now. So I know that from different channels and different articles and different people, the whole idea of twin flames, reuniting in 2020, 2020, right? Was a big deal, was a big topic, and I'm going to be getting into that. My cat is at my door, so I'm just going to let him out because he wasn't supposed to be in here anyway. And I'm going to dive into some serious topics with you all, okay? Be right back. All right, I'm back. Let me see if you guys can hear me. All right, I'm back. Okay, great. All my microphones and all the setup is perfectly the way it was before, thank God. Just too tired to go into my office this morning to make this video, so I'm just basically in my room making this video at 7 o'clock in the morning. Alrighty, so picking back up from where we left off. So about twin flames. So yes, I know that I know that from different avenues, people were, in a way, I think, promising, I do feel like promising twin flame reunions, because this year was supposed to be special or something. Not sure, what that's about. But I felt that this could be a year, it could keyword could be a year where a lot of twin flames were going to be able to, reunite and make something happen. Well, the pandemic happened, and I think once again that this is a very dicey situation, because here's the thing. How can you go through a whole pandemic and not text or call or see your twin flame? It's something that, like, it's an idea that I struggle with, because I just think that when you have such a strong connection, in times like this, like, that's like one of the main people who should be trying to see how you're doing, want to connect, on the 3D, want to actually just see how you're doing, how is your day? It doesn't have to be romantic, it doesn't even have to be about getting back together or union or reunion. Like, it literally doesn't even have to be about that. And so I find it so strange that, who would have thought that during a pandemic, more than ever, people are saying how, they're either divorcing their twin flame or leaving their twin flame, or, quote unquote, like, done with their twin flame journey, or walking away, or had enough. I have had my fair share of saying those exact things, and it's hard to wrap your head around. I think it's sad. I think it's a tragedy. I think it's tragic. I think it's just something that is concerning, because, in my opinion, like, anybody who's important, anybody who's there for you, wants to be in your life, loves you, cares about you, supports you, like, doesn't matter what happened in the past, like, you're going to reach out. Either they will reach out, or you should reach out, because you care, because you just simply care. And I just feel like, you know I just think that a lot of people have to wake up, you know? I just think a lot of people, um, especially, fellow twin flames who, they know they're twin flames, whatever the title means, because now that it's gone mainstream, which I hate, a lot of people have been tossing these phrases around, and that really bothers me because, like I've said, if you've been in it, if you're actually like in a twin flame connection, you're not gonna go searching for it, you're not gonna wish it on anybody, you're not gonna um want to look for it. Like I said, it's not something you look for. um so I just really feel like don't don't hurt yourself, you know um don't hurt yourself for somebody else. Like, don't dim your light for somebody else. Don't put your life on hold for anybody, you know? Disrespect is disrespect. Can I just say it like that? Not caring about somebody, um, ignoring somebody, ghosting somebody, cheating on somebody, especially cheating or lying, um, is disrespect. It's just disrespectful. And I don't know, I really don't know why, especially in the twin flame connection, um, people allow it for so long. People stay in this for so long because they want union, they want to fulfill their mission, whether individually or most of the time with that person. Um, it's just like, at what cost? Everything has a cost. Everything is, in a way, some kind of sacrifice or compromise, whether it's work, having children, or having a YouTube channel, or having a business, or trying to be in union with your twin flame. Like, it takes effort, it takes patience, it takes sacrifice. That's how I see it, because when you know that you can literally, I mean, if you wanted to, like, when you know that you could be with a karmic, or you could be with, like, a matrix person, somebody who's just completely, you know, a part of the matrix, as I say, like, all they care about is, promotion and money and cars, and they have no sense of spirit, they have no sense of source, they have no sense of themselves. When you know that you or your twin could still choose someone like that, and disconnect from what um, that's a big deal. If you're really a twin flame, you know that you are kind of assimilating into almost a different way of living, a different mindset. You're kind of just living a lie, you know? Not all the time, but if you're choosing a partner based upon those kind of things, then yeah, it's like you're living a lie. So, is there twin flames who have, reached union and have been able to uh, connect on all levels. I hope so. I hope so, but I know that so many of us are struggling. Um, so many of us are disappointed, confused as to why this is all happening now. Why when you think you're so close to reconnecting, is it that, out of nowhere, it's like your whole world falls apart and you go through things that make you sad. You go through things that you never thought you'd ever have to go through in life. So I feel for us. I feel for people who have chosen the more spiritual path in life. Um, I feel for those who have been waiting for the twin flame for years, months, weeks. I really feel for people who have seen their twin go off into the sunset with somebody else, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, or them even going as far as getting engaged or married. Um, I have come across some YouTubers. I'm going to be honest. I have come across some YouTubers who I know for a fact are twins like myself, and I can just kind of feel it. And um, I've heard some stories that, I've read the comments like my own channel, you know what I'm saying? And we're hurting. We're hurting because especially divine masculines, as I say, they've chosen, so many have chosen to abandon ship. So many have chosen to, at the core, disrespect the connection, disrespect themselves. So many have chosen that, the wrong path, the wrong choice. Um, whether it's because of peer pressure or, getting sucked back into uh, traditional or religious, ideology, or peer pressure, or addiction. Like, so many have sunk down because they've not chosen their own personal power, and they know nothing about standing up for themselves. They know nothing about fighting back and not caring what people have to say. And if people really think that being a YouTuber is so easy, and being a twin flame is so easy, and not being into temptation or anything like that is so easy, they're delusional. If people really think that when you're 100% authentic with yourself and other people, and you don't sell out, you don't let people walk all over you, you don't be with anybody and anybody because you can, when you actually have standards, and for people to think that that's an easy thing to do is comical. Against all odds, against the naysayers and the scrutiny and the pain that you feel on a daily basis, especially if you're a YouTuber like myself. is diabolical. And, I would not want anybody to feel that kind of pain. I would not want anybody to feel low like that. And the craze and the mainstream switch of it all is disgusting. To be honest with you, at least to me it is. The fact that now this video may actually be over an hour because I'm looking at my clock right now and it's 40 minutes, so this could be over an hour video. But the fact that people just toss it around and it's bothersome because more than ever we need people who have actually been through the journey, um, and have understood the connection in such a deep way and are able to share what they've gone through, and how they've been able to do it. There is some people who are so brave. I mean, I was one of them. Let's keep it real. Like, I was one of those YouTubers who, first started vlogging about my connection and, the journey, um and for the time it was great, but with what I know now and with how I feel now about just the way the direction the world is going in, um, I would not share too much about my own connection. Um, I just wouldn't do it. I know there's other, people. I don't want to say YouTuber because it sounds so generic. I don't like titles like that, but I know there's other people who are so brave who, you know, either make formal videos. Like, when I say formal, I mean they actually plan out the video and there's editing and there's, special effects and there's like good lighting, actually make proper videos. And then there's others who, like myself, kind of just wing it and enjoy the ride and vlog on their iPhone or while they're traveling, and it's great, or do a little bit of both, it's great. But I just think, moving forward, I mean, it's kind of like paradoxical because I feel like there needs to be more people who actually have gone through some horrible things in their connection, not by choice, but just because life is life, and are able to come on YouTube and talk about, when their divine masculine cheated, or when their heart was broken, or when they were left on red 40,000 times. Like, we need more people like that in the community to actually explain how they were able to carry on and still make it and then get to union. And then in the same breath, I think to myself on a personal level, like, don't share it, like, don't tell too much because you don't know what people's thoughts are about it. You don't know if people want to destroy your connection. You don't even know, like, what kind of energy you're going to you could get, and I think that in life, when something's very valuable and special to you, you're supposed to protect it, so that's what I've chosen to do, is to protect my connection. There's no, I mean, it's so difficult. Like, oh, nowadays it's so difficult because I can remember when I would vlog on my 8 plus iPhone or whatever in my car, and just go to town. Like, when I was pissed off my masculine, I would just, whoo, I would just let it rip. And then I would have set my comments open, and there'd be other twins who message me and email me, and oh my god, like, at the time, um it was needed. It was so needed because being able to connect in that way is so special. Like, being able to hear that other twins are going through the exact same thing is priceless. Um, the privacy the lack of privacy, like, the lack of privacy is, at least in my case, like, I value that, I value just being a regular person, but, um it's difficult because when you do have a way to connect to other people, especially something so rare like this connection, I mean, you naturally, if you're confident enough, if you're not shy of the camera, if you're not afraid of people, or whatever, um it's quite easy to just say what you want to say, and then if people like it, or people want to respond or whatever, it's great. um but in all honesty, like, once again, at what cost? Like, you have to protect your connection. So, to the twin flame YouTubers, who continuously, I feel, push the envelope and are so open, it's incredible. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me, but it's incredible, and I have gotten requests to, um, really share, my journey so far, my connection, and I know people, the sweetest part about that I'm happy that I did that I when I did that, is because I remember when I would look through my comments and I would see people tell me, um, you helped me on my own journey. You helped me see this, and not be, so quick to jump to conclusions. Like, if, I would get emails and comments like, "Oh, Simone, if you didn't do this, um, excuse me. Ooh, I'm talking a lot. If I didn't do this or that, thank you so much." And that is more than worth it to me. At the time, um, that made it more than worth it because I needed that support. And I know for a fact that other twins needed that support. And there's still twins now who need that support. But the world is changing. The world is changing, and it's like spirituality, different categories and sectors of spirituality are becoming so mainstream, and I personally don't like that, because I think it takes away the rawness and the realness and the flavor of the authenticity of what's really going on within. you know in my opinion, it kind of ruins it. um and a part of me wishes so badly that I could be one of those twins who still track my journey, in vlogs, and still, describe certain things that I experienced that maybe I haven't experienced before. And then it's like, whoa, I look it up on the internet and other twins have experienced it. And you're like, what the hell? Like, how do you make sense of that? You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing to contribute. So in any way that you can contribute to the world, to um people that you're comfortable with, is what you should always do. That's a lesson that I learned this year. And before, I don't think that I really had the expertise or the foresight, or really took time to think all those things I was doing through. I really don't think I did, to be honest with you. Um, and then it's like, the more you think, or like the more you're aware of your behavior, what you're doing, um, from that point on forward, you're able to either correct it, change it, or appreciate it. Um, And so when it came to just doing twin flame vlogs, um, I really felt like I was getting carried away. Um, I really felt like I was getting carried away because it's like every little time that, you know, we would have a certain let me make sure my microphone's standing up properly. 1 second. Oh Lord. Okay. I don't want to sneeze again. Anyway. Yeah, it's like every little so like for example, like every little time that me and my twin would have like an argument, or and yes, we had arguments, trust me, would have like an argument, or um I'd realize something, I would just jump on camera and be like, "Ah," and looking back, I'm like, that's so stupid. Um, and not like berating myself, but I'm just saying, like, be careful. Be careful, because social media has a funny way of um sucking your soul dry. And that's how I really feel about it. Um I really feel like social media has a funny way of sucking your soul dry. It gets to a point where people could be selling their souls and not even realize it. Like, the modern human is so addicted to a camera. The modern human, that's and most humans are not awake, which makes it even worse. And these are the same people who have no problem with, I mean, like, let me make an example. Like, okay, like the YouTube couples, right? The YouTube couples who make, well, the top tier ones who make like millions of dollars a year, let's say, for example. Okay. Not spiritual community, just regular YouTubers, LA, Los Angeles, California, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Insta famous, all that kind of crap. Let's say that they go on camera and, oh, thank you, Denise, I appreciate that, thank you so much, that's sweet, thanks. um so think about like the average, and I really hope, but for the record, I really hope that YouTube saves this live stream, but if it doesn't, I'll have to re-upload it. I did a twin flame reading yesterday and the same thing happened. I had beautiful comments, beautiful people were in the comments, and I wasn't even able to keep that live stream because YouTube wouldn't let me. I would go to dismiss and it would say, do you want to leave without unsaved changes? And if you click no or yes, it's going to shut down it would close the browser, which means you lose the actual live stream. If you don't like go to your creator studio and download it, you lose the whole live stream. All the people, you lose everything. So me even going live right now is like risky, because I could literally, if I don't, it may not even save it. So as soon as I finish a live stream, I have to, if it doesn't just automatically upload, I have to actually go on my creator studio and download the video and then re-upload it. If that makes any sense to anybody out here, you know? So, that's how it is. But let's just say, so just putting that out here. So, thank you for that. Thanks, love, because I hope that this one makes it on the channel. But if YouTube is messy, I have to re-upload it, and it's not going to be like this unless you all go back in the chat again. But I doubt that. So anyway, so let's say, for example, like there's a YouTube couple, like a regular, YouTube couple, and they're doing videos like of their own private lives every day, when they make dinner, when they argue, when they go car shopping, you know what I'm saying? And then it so happens that people on other channels, put a rumor out there. Okay, the rumor may be true or not. Okay, but they put the rumor out there. Yeah, put the rumor out there, and all of a sudden you have 50 other channels talking about that one couple's business, and they're making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then not only do you have the YouTube platform, but then it's other social media platforms, and they're all talking about a couple's breakup or a couple's fake fight or pregnancy delivery, or what kind of car they bought, where they moved to. It's just scary, and I don't know, like, oh my god, I have so much to say, but I don't know if me being on YouTube and saying this is like kind of like a head scratcher, but that's scary to me. I don't know about anybody else, but like that's scary to me, because if you know like the basic um what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you understand like the basic idea of how like word spreads, or how people say one thing, but then when they tell somebody else, it switches another person. So long story short, um, and you're the couple, like you're the actual couple that's putting your own business on Front Street, is confusing to me. And I know that Will Smith and Jada Pickett Smith had that whole oh my god, they had the whole scandal this year about the entanglement uh with August Alsina. That was a huge deal this year, okay, in 2020. But if you really think about it, that is strange behavior, to actually admit to having an affair, a full-blown affair where there's sex involved with another man, for the whole world to critique, for the whole world to talk about, is strange. To me, it's just strange. It's just sick. And it could never be me. I'm just gonna be honest, like it could never be me. And even though I loved to connect with other twin flames, and I absolutely loved with everything in me to um at times when I was really pissed off, to go on camera, and sometimes I would really just let the camera have it and just go off like I'm done, I've had enough. Like it was fun. It was like a stress reliever. And even though it was a vlog, there was some vlogs that I was doing about my twin flame journey back then that were like 3,000 views. Now I know, compared to um a makeup YouTuber or whatever, it's not really anything. And to me, it's not even for the viewership. To be honest with you, like when I was doing that, it wasn't even for the views. But I'm talking about in terms of like spiritual community, like it's for a simple video of a vlog, it's not bad. I mean most really really good, highly viewed spiritual videos are like north of 40,000 or 20,000 or 100,000, and that's like a different ball game. People that are able to do that. I mean, I've done it too, but I'm saying like every day. Wow. I mean, I can't even comprehend it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even comprehend that. I really can't. And so, it's like, even for just me being able to get even like 1,000 views for me was like, oh my god, so you mean to tell me that there's over 1,000 twin flames? Like, think about it, like in terms of twin flame, because twin flame in reality is like a rare small community. So to think that on one video I would have like 3 to 5,000 views on a vlog with me just either ranting or talking about how I'm so tired of ghosting, or I'm so tired of dreaming about my twin or whatever, is pretty crazy. Like, to me, that's insane. So, I just gotta say, like, I just gotta say this, once and for all. Like, people of any kind of capacity, whether you have 200 subscribers or you have 200 subscribers or 2 million subscribers, you got balls. You just to be a fully functioning human, either on YouTube, social media, you name it, whether it's one view or a million, you gotta have balls. You got to be somebody of I don't even know what to say, like buns of steel. And when I say balls, I don't mean like actual manly parts. I mean, it's a figure of speech, okay? So I shouldn't say that. I just mean like you gotta be somebody who doesn't care. Like, you can't overthink it. Um you can't like yeah, like you have to be a kind of person who doesn't care. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like OnlyFans. People who go on OnlyFans, you know, and they're making. I mean, I can't even listen. I can't comprehend 2020. Okay, I can't comprehend it. Like, you mean to tell me that real people, are actually going on an app or whatever? Because I ain't got one, so I wouldn't know. And they're posting their bare lady parts and manly parts for $5 a month or whatever, or $40 a year, $30 a year, willingly, and getting rich off of it. Okay. And they don't care what their parents think. They don't care if they have children, what their future children are gonna say. Making account after account, promoting their naked body for money. And this is the norm of 2020. Mothers, girlfriends, daughters, um, sons, husbands, okay, who do this willingly. Now, I know that, growing up with technology, like a lot of us young people have come 24, a lot of us in our early 20s or even earlier than that are just 30s, even up to 40s, right? 40s and down, growing up with a lot of technology and media. Yes, you're used to certain things, and like other generations haven't experienced, but this is different. Like, you have people who are in committed relationships going online and posting their naked body to strangers for cash. And that's okay in their mind. That's okay in this world we live in, especially in America. That's okay. That's normal. How? How is that normal? So when I say 2020 is wild, this is just the beginning. Like this is just the beginning of how everything is going to change. You know, 20 years from now, Are we going to even have marriage? Are we even going to have uh, physical buildings, school buildings? Are we even going to have half the stuff we have now? I mean, are we just going to have a whole new world? I mean, a whole new way of being connected to each other, relationships. Um, no one is prepared. No one, no matter how much you can look into the future, no matter how many cards you pull, no matter how many times you pray to God, like, you can't, some things you just can't wrap your head around or prepare for, you know? Some things you just cannot be ready for. So that's why I think that we all have to, bask in the ambiance of the present moment. This is why I think we all have to take a step back and reassess what's important, because if you were to be gone tomorrow, like, would you be proud of how you've lived? Would you be proud of your time on this earth? Would you be happy? Would you feel like, yes, I did it? Or would you think, oh man, that was something else. Why did I go out to that planet? This planet sucks. Why? What would you rest your hat on? Because to me, I think 2020 is a perfect example of anything can change at any moment. Anything can happen. Anything is possible. Anything good or bad is possible. But then people go as far as to say, well, there is no good and bad. It just is what it is. People go into all these long thinking trips of, oh, there is no thing that's, bad. It's just experience or whatever, depending on how you see it, what you believe. But, nothing is going to be the same again. Nothing. I mean, especially in America, like, I saw so many articles saying how this could be until 2022. Forget 2021. We could still be locked in our houses or apartments or wherever we live, flat, room, within a apartment, whatever, wherever, mobile home, literally, and it's about the growth. When you blend it all down, it comes to what is important to you. What do you think is worth it? If tomorrow was your last day, if you could say one thing to the person you love or your twin or whatever, what would it be? You see what I'm saying? Because that reality has become a reality for a lot of people, including myself. Like, there's things that have happened or epiphanies I've had that 3 years back, I would be like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? And like that, everything changes. Everything changes. So is the year going to get better? I hope so. Is the year going to be is the last couple of months of this year, 2020, going to be the best years? I mean, the best months ever, the best years. Yeah, it feels like years. The best couple of months ever. I hope so. I hope that the rest of the year can prove us wrong and can have some kind of beautiful, beautiful benefit. I would love for something super positive on a massive global scale to happen because of what we're going through, but it's very hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. And um if you are struggling with your twin flame connection, or you are struggling with the person you are connected with, whether it's a soulmate or whatever, you got to think about the fact that we are in a historic period of time. You got to think deeply about the fact that we are living in a time where it's going to be in the history books. I mean, what we're living through right now is going to literally be in history books. And the people around you and the things that you've experienced during this time of this year should shape your thinking for the better. It should shape you to be, if not a better version of yourself every single day. I have tried, and I've actually applied and done um a lot of, inner work, and a lot of just facing the tough things, that you don't want to either heal from or accept or think about. But if there was ever a time for self-care and healing, it's now. It's this year. So when we first went into lockdown, I was telling people, online and in my own personal life, that if you've been drained or exhausted, now is a perfect time to get rest. Now is a perfect time to think if you want, sleep if you want, plan, what you would like to do, um, catch up with some family or friends that you haven't talked to in a really, 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 really long time, and to organize yourself for next year. Because I'm telling you right now, 2021 could be worse. Okay. Astrology wise, I've looked into it, and it's funny because when I was younger, well, super young, I've always loved astronomy and astrology and spiritual. I've always been into that, like always, 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 always. And I would love to be that person who can read birth charts and all that. I would love to be that advanced. I'm not that advanced yet, but I would love to be the person who can do not only readings, but, natal charts and all types of cool stuff. And based upon some friends I have on Twitter who are pretty well known and, do astrology and stuff like that, you know, next year could be worse. I'm just putting this out here because I want to be one of the people to tell you, hey, like, heads up, it could be worse. So that's why I'm saying all these things, because I just think that there's no reason to fear, there's no reason to doubt. It's just now is the time to get clear. Like, now is the time to get organized and to make a choice, and that's why I was telling twin flames and other divine connections in that reading, I believe yesterday, was that now is the time to make a choice. Like, now is the time to stop playing games. Like, it's just the time now to say, are you gonna wait for your twin? Are you gonna be with this person, or are you not? Like, what do you really want to do? If you're a twin flame watching, like, I want to encourage you, like, there's no time at all to feel bad for yourself, to have your energy drained by arguing and finding out that they're cheating or they're this or they're that. Like, that will just get you so far off what you need to be focusing on right now. um any kind of pain, any kind of disappointment, it has to be released. Like, it has to be released. Because if you don't let it go and you don't really properly heal, how do you think you're going to feel going into next year, if we even make it to next year? Okay, because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So hypothetically, right? If we all know that we're going to 2021, um, you know, good morning, Kathy. How would you literally, how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you be able to go into a whole brand new year without being completely healed from what hurt you this year? You know, um, there are so many times where we carry old baggage into the next year. And I think that, a lot of us can say, listen, like, I've said that I let that go, or I've forgiven that person, but in reality, I really haven't. You know what I'm saying? In reality, I really haven't. Um, and and I just really feel like I just really, really feel like just coming real quick. That especially when it comes to a connection or anything like that, what you're going to want to do is to get everything out in the clear, in the open. Okay? Like before next year comes around, the best thing to do, is to let things be acknowledged. Let the harsh things be looked at, because a lot of times when we don't look at these things, or we don't acknowledge certain things, or we don't really think through the year, I mean, for so many people, like just this pandemic alone has traumatized people. I mean, people have actually had like mental health issues and other issues just because of either losing a job or knowing somebody who's passed away. Like people are going through really heavy things right now. So that's why I'm saying a lot of times as humans, we want to escape it. We want to ignore it. And we can no longer do that. Like we can no longer do that, because the way the universe is right now, the way people are, the way society is, like we don't have time to hide from ourselves. We don't have time to lie to ourselves. We don't have time to carry more hurt and more baggage and more pain every year that goes by, and then paint on a smile like everything's okay when it's not. And that's why so many people are hurting, because they don't face the demons or the hurt or the anger. They don't face it at the time. They they push it to the back. And what I've learned is at some point it's going to surface. And it may manifest in a physical sickness, it may manifest in losing a friend or losing somebody, it may manifest in an argument or whatever, which is all natural. Okay, these things do happen, but at the core, it's the lesson. It's the lesson. What did you learn from that experience? So anything that you went through this year that was hard, or just if even if it was as small as just having to work from home, like whatever made you feel some kind of way this year, going into next year, knowing now the possibility that next year could be even more transformative and even more different and even more chaotic than this year, what skills can you keep and acquire this year that you can keep and latch onto and learn from going into next year? What skills or what information do you have to help yourself, your family, your connection going into next year? That is the key. So anybody right now, including myself, that's going through a difficult time or whatever the case may be, and you're just looking at the pain, you're looking at the chaos, but you're not looking at the actual lesson or skills from that thing, trouble. Okay, you have to, as hard as it is, try to find the gold nuggets in what you're experiencing, and what you're feeling, and then try to understand and extract what can benefit you, and then try to bring it with you into next year that can help you overcome a lot of difficulty. Because a lot of people were thinking that they were going to have a job forever, or a relationship forever, or a person forever, and look what happened. So it's important to build yourself up mentally to a point where nothing can knock you off your focus. Nothing can kick you out of alignments, because alignments is where the prosperity is. Alignment is where the abundance is. Alignment is where the health is. Because when you're out of alignment, what do? We stress. Some people, use food or substances, even pornography, all types of things to numb the pain. And at that point, people are in a low vibration. And so that's where our brains play tricks on us. That's where things get a little. So what I'm saying is, right now, we have the opportunity as a collective to go high and not go low, to change the paradigm to a positive template, to go above and beyond what other people would think, or countries, or even civilization, what we think of ourselves, what people think of us, especially in the West, okay? How we cope, how we rebuild. Some people are hopeless. Some people are confused. And that's why I'm saying 2020 is an opportunity. It's an actual opportunity to ask the tough questions, to align yourself in a certain way where you're setting yourself up for success. You're actually making yourself more successful in different areas of your life because you've done the work. And that's what a lot of twin flames talk about, is the work. And a lot of divine masculines don't do the work because they know that it's tough. See, if it was easy, everybody would do it. That's why I said earlier, to do certain things that people do, including myself, you have to be very confident, because that on the opposite side, it could be a negative, or as they say, a different reaction. So being a go-getter, being a person of purpose, being a healthy individual, and above the chaos and above the noise and above the heartache and above the pain, going into next year, because this year's crazy, is a gift. It's a lesson. It's a test. It's an exercise to see what you're made of. What are we made of? Are we strong in tough times, or are we always trying to run for an outlet? Alcohol sales through the roof, pornography through the roof, divorce rate through the roof, because people they're not trained to handle it. They can't. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. So we've all gone through our own battle this year. We all have experienced something or witnessed something that's like, what the hell? Like, that's crazy. But this is the world we live in. And so at least, as long as I can, I mean, it's such a privilege and an honor to even be able to talk on here on my camera like this. As long as we have platforms like this to encourage each other and to have a nice laugh and empower ourselves, we have to do that. Because if we don't, you know, the energies are, I mean, the majority of people on the planet are in a lower vibration. That's what people have to understand. The majority of people on the planet are in a low vibration. So they're on the frequency of, bah humbug, and nothing works out. And then people like, and that are spiritual, or believe in God, or don't believe in God, or just you know research the universe, or they seek knowledge, they seek truth. People like that, like us, are a higher vibration, because we're not focused on the lack. We're not focused on what we don't have. We're focused on what we do have, what we do want to attract, what we do want to manifest, what we do want to create. That is powerful. And to think that we don't have as many people like that, we have more people like this, who don't want to see unity, who don't want to see change, who don't want to see people not in poverty. Okay. It's mind blowing to me, but that's the world we live in. So if somebody said tomorrow that YouTube is gone, Twitter is gone, Instagram is gone, Facebook is gone, what would you do? What would I do? What would we all do? Because that's what I'm thinking about right now. And people rely upon certain things that are not going to be here anymore. Going into next year, those things are not even going to exist. I'm telling you. So be your own best friend. Be your own best friend. Love yourself like you would love a favorite celebrity or an artist in a band. Take care of yourself, because no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to do it for you. And in so many ways, I've learned this, and it's a tough pill to swallow. But if there's anything that I've recapped from this year, is you got to take care of yourself, and you got to be living your life in a way that's pleasing to yourself and not pleasing to other people. Because if you're living your life in a way that's pleasing to only other people, you're never really going to have joy in your heart, because you're doing things for other people. And that's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. So, it comes at a price, it comes at a cost. And that's exactly why so many twin flames, literally, especially divine feminines, have stopped trying, have stopped trying to be with their divine masculines, or maybe divine masculines have stopped trying to be with their divine feminine. I don't know. But they, either way you spin it, they've tried to a lot of twins have stopped, because they realize that, hold up, this person's not doing the work. Like, this person right here is not doing the work. They're not interested in living a life of meaning, living with purpose, living with integrity, out here cheating left and right, karmic here, karmic there, soulmate up here. It's a damn octagon of people in rotation. Especially divine feminine like myself, especially divine feminines like myself, have realized that if somebody doesn't want to change and doesn't want to be loyal, they're not going to be. And there's no spell. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's things you could do, but in the grand scheme, you shouldn't even have to do that. You shouldn't have to do anything to have somebody respect you. You shouldn't have to try to change yourself, or do a spell, or pray, or none of that to make somebody respect you. Okay? You shouldn't have to do that. So I know from experience that a lot of divine feminines, are going to A lot of divine feminines have moved on. A lot of divine feminines have moved on because they realize that their masculines don't want to do the work. They're lazy, they're entitled, they're loose, they're cheaters, they're manipulators, they're scandalous. And it's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not divine. They're not what they say they are. If anything, it's the opposite. They're not trying to they're not trying to commit. They're not trying to get union. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, these are the same twin flames who got people in rotation. I mean, on speed dial. For a season you have karmic number 1, and then for next season you have karmic number 2, and then for the next month you have when I say season, I mean a group of months. So let's say spring. Okay, so spring you have karmic number 1, summer you have karmic number 2, and then fall, autumn you have karmic number 3, or you have a soulmate as well. It's just chaos. It's chaos. And I think it's insane that people are surprised when when twin flames actually say, I've had enough. And whether you're a guy or girl, whatever, like, nobody in your personal life, especially, and damn sure not on YouTube, should be making you feel bad if you don't want to be treated like that. For the record, nobody can make me feel bad for wanting to date other people or not be my twin flame if he's not acting right. Like nothing and nobody and no video, nobody on this planet could convince me otherwise. If I feel disrespected, if I feel like things are not working out, I am not going to feel bad. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to feel bad at all for choosing myself and choosing to be respected and loved in a way that's better than what I'm getting, and that goes for twin flame and non-twin flame. If it's just soulmate or regular relationship, like whatever it is, whatever kind of connection or contract or soul connection it is, like, you have to realize that respect should be almost number 1. Somebody who respects you. Forget attracted or forget, wants to marry you. I'm saying somebody who just simply respects you and doesn't disrespect you and doesn't talk down to you, doesn't make you feel like you're nobody, and that's a part of it. That's a part of the connection that I will never understand, is just the total disregard and just the ghosting, and the they're here one day, they're gone the next into the wind. And it's like, why can't you just stay and be committed? Why are you so afraid of the obvious? If you know the connection, your twin knows the connection, why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you trying to escape the obvious? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I just want to say in closing, prepare for anything. I mean, literally anything. And whatever you think of, whatever you think, be ready for anything and everything, because this year has made that very clear that, past this year, I think that, just there's going to just be a lot of just shakeups, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that people have to be aware of what's important to them and what they think they deserve, because what you allow is what somebody's going to do. And that is a very important thing to understand about this year, that I have understood on a deeper level, is what you accept and what you allow is what will continue to happen in your reality, in your experience. So as a woman, especially if you say, well, I don't want to be talked down. I don't want to be ghosted. I don't want to be disrespected. I don't want to keep living like this. That is you taking a stand for yourself, and that is you consciously and shifting your awareness to realize that, you know what, I don't have to accept that. I don't have to live like that anymore, or live like this anymore. I don't have to deal with you. You know, I don't have to deal with you. I don't. And that is a beautiful feeling, to know that you don't got to put up with the BS. You don't have to put up with anybody's BS. You just don't have to. You know, you can compensate, you can compromise, but it has to be equal. It has to be, you know, it has to be something where you feel like the person genuinely sees you and wants to be there. Maybe they're not the best version of themselves right now. Maybe your twin or your soulmate is not the best version of themselves. But damn, if that person tries, if that person actually tries, then great, even better. You know, like, that's all you want. You want somebody who's willing to meet you halfway, if not 80% of the way, and you give them another 80%, and you both, you know, boost it past 100, and you both are just having a great time. That's what you want. You don't want to be in this energy of, wow, why can't this person, or why can't this situation, why can't this job, why can't this give me anything? Like, why am I not benefiting? You know, you want to benefit. Everything you do should be to your benefit. Everything you do, everything you touch, everything you say should be to your benefit. And if it's not, it's a waste of your time. So that's what I want to say. And I love you all so much. And if YouTube doesn't save this live stream, I have to re-upload it, and you guys will see this video premiere. If it doesn't save it, if it does save it, great, hurrah. But if it doesn't, I'll re-upload it and premiere it. And, you know, you can see the whole thing from, you know, I'm going on an hour and 37 minutes, but I just want to say I love you all so much. And, yeah, you know, just choose to do things and entertain things that make sense, is what I want to end the video with saying. You know, do and choose to say and think and do things that make sense to you, and not to what somebody else is telling you, or what you think is right, because that may not be the case. And going into next year, if we're under even worser conditions, or, you know, worse conditions, or things, you know, weather wise, like weather patterns, or if could be literally anything, shortages, whatever gets in your way, or whatever tries to impose in your reality, stay in alignment. Stay in alignment, and you will be okay. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want. Links in the box below to support the channel and to get in contact with me. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.